Hey, Kyle. Oh, thank goodness you're here. We got the thing lined up for you to do your bit. Okay.
I just don't think he cares. Alec, you don't have to do that.
Someone's got to! I don't even know where all the tapes went.
I don't know. He was so angry about the tapes.
So angry.
It's so strong, it made me fart. Liquid gold! The VCR wouldn't work. The video forgot it had to be a video there for a second.
Maria, so fuck off.
Resell.
Resell.
Today we're going to be going out with Charles Anderson and gathering some waste vegetable oil. But first I'd like Charlie to give us a brief background on him and his company, which he founded, Greasel Conversion. So Charlie, if you could just give us a background on that, that would be great.
Okay, well, about 5 or 6 years ago, I was living up in Alaska and I heard through the grapevine that you can make diesel fuel out of vegetable oil. And it really intrigued me, and I started doing some research into it, and I started studying about biodiesel. And biodiesel is chemically modified vegetable oil that you can run in your diesel engine. That really intrigued me because the thought of not being dependent on the oil companies and being able to provide myself with my own fuel really intrigued me. Main consideration when using vegetable oil as a fuel was the viscosity of the vegetable oil. In other words, how thin or how runny the fuel is. And biodiesel is a chemical modification of the vegetable oil to make it thin or runny. And with the concept of straight vegetable oil, you can make that oil thin and runny with heat. Everybody's put oil on a stove and heat running their vehicle.
Why not just sit in a parking lot first and have him say this, and then get on the road?
Oh, yeah.
What if he gets cut off? He's going to be like, hey, fuck you. Anyways, like I said, biodiesel.
I mean, for all we know, this is like the third, fourth take.
Probably.
I hope they're going to show us all the things he's fucking talking about. Like, as I'm just like, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of following you here. His whole thing about like, oh, you know, the dependency on the oil companies. It's like, does he think that that's all it is?
They make just as good as stuff.
Like everyone in the world is so fucking stupid. Have they just neglected to use vegetable oil to solve one of the world's greatest problems? The world's petroleum is used for, right? Like,
it's like, listen, you don't need to worry about when oil, evaporates from the economy or anything. You got to worry about when vegetables really evaporate, because that's when you're really shit out of luck.
Every time he's like squeezing out some vegetable oil into a can, he's like, fuck you, Dick Cheney.
You see this here? All your kids died for nothing.
Yay. Yay.
Of a I want to say it's Mitchell and Webb bit where this guy, he's like, it's like he's from like Snatch or something, you know?
Yeah.
He everything about farming. He's like, yo, these chickens, they fucking lay eggs. I get 3 eggs every morning.
It's a racket, but I'm controlling it.
Exactly. It's literally what milk.
All I had to do was buy chickens for 50 years, and then they make me eggs.
You see these vegetables that grow to the fucking ground.
It's crazy. You plant seeds and they fucking grow. I'll cut it out.
No, just don't stop the videos. They're boring.
I have to find the audio.
This is why they don't stop.
Is we're going to give you the tools and the knowledge to be able to go out and to find the good vegetable oil.
It's like, I don't want to miss this.
Look at those.
The guy's making the video.
Vegetable oil or trying to create biodiesel, this video would benefit you in knowing what kind of oil to look for to make it.
He died in a horrible vegetable fire accident.
Literally this entire time, like in the background, he's like driven more and more into the boonies. You know?
Oh, is that what it is? He's just
Like he's like it was on the highway and now it's like shitty apartment.
I'm waiting to see where he's gonna go. Cause he's like, oh, I gotta go get some good clean vegetable oil. It's like, what you are going to get is not going to be good, clean vegetable oil.
It's going to be method.
It's going to be like all this like gross shit coming from a restaurant, like grease trap.
Yeah.
Like when he was like,
wait. He's saying something like that. One sec. He said something like that.
Vegetable oil.
No, but he's
you mean like at the
saying something, I think, about a restaurant.
Small little grocery store. This town has about 600 people in it. And their grocery store here has a deli. They do a very limited frying, but what they do fry, the oil that they have and they're throwing out back is very great oil. This is one of our exclusive places. We dropped a tank here, and we're going to go check it out and see what they've got.
How heavy that tank this week, Bill? Oh, she's
my God, that's the foulest.
Oh god.
Oh, dude.
Have you ever looked inside of one of those?
Here. One of the things that we're looking for and that we see is when we look in there, it's nice and dark.
That's disgusting.
That has to be the foulest fucking smelling shit.
Yeah.
In there, we kick the side. You can kind of see some waves in there. We've got a reflection, and so this is.
Oh, drop the camera.
Please drop the camera.
Drop it.
Is get our pump set up and start pumping some.
That has to smell
And
fucking.
they pay him to see, that's what his business is. His business is actually they pay him to empty their grease trap. They're like, I heard that weirdo fucking turns it into fuel. It's like, who gives a shit? Like,
Wow, so he's like Eddie off the Christmas Vacation. Like, he's just full bore. Shitter's full.
he is.
Oh my God, he's got another one. He's got another tub.
He's like, there's nothing weird about this.
It also makes as a strong aphrodisiac.
So wait, he said he was living in Alaska when he discovered this.
Of course he was living in Alaska when he discovered this.
But these are great because a filter bag will fit right in the top of these. We've already filtered some oil with this one.
Oh.
Ew.
One of our filter bags.
Ew. Stop it. It's like a diaphragm. Yeah, that audio is perfect.
For this it is.
Almost certainly the camera audio, right? Like they didn't even spring for like sound on this.
No, this is off camera. This is the camera we use to film behind the scenes footage for the feature film. Oh no. It's got electrical cords.
He's hooking it up to a car battery, to a motorcycle battery.
I'm very surprised he's not just like throwing like the hose in there and doing like the
I drink your milkshake.
But I think somebody comes up and like catches him doing it, and he tries to play it off like, I ain't doing nothing weird. Like, listen to this.
Cycle battery that we can use and
Watch.
makes it a lot more convenient to move around. Hook our alligator clips up there. Yeah. Okay, you got 2 more containers? Great. We'll come in and get them.
Oh, he's excited.
Yeah.
We'll come get them.
They cut because he said "fuck yeah" right after.
Oh, we have extra grease.
Oh, dude, extra grease, baby.
Watch out, you got extra.
He's like, say it again, only slowly. We got 2 more in the back.
Oh, I got 2 more in the back. Let me tell you.
He's like,
I'll tell you right now. 2 more in the back.
extra got grease.
I was trying to like Carl from Aqua. He was like, oh, I'm getting grease from the back of restaurants.
I go get grease from the back of restaurants. And by me, I mean I hired some guys from Home Depot to go get it. Because my back ain't lifting that no more.
Here we go. Captain Serial Killer off to get his grease.
It's like the grocery store has a deli.
Trouble carrying it out.
Oh my god.
These people should not let a camera crew into their kitchen.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So you guys have just this one fryer?
Oh, it's a nice deli, actually, it looks like.
Great.
Oh my god.
They just empty their grease into buckets?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are they?
That's what I really
Anchorage?
want to know.
Ew,
He said he was in Alaska when he heard about this, but it implies he's not there anymore.
Nah, it doesn't look like it. I think he's.
I mean, it does look like the Midwest.
I think he probably drove from there to, this is either someplace in Canada or one of the northwestern states.
I think this is like Montana or some shit.
Ew.
Make some real.
Wait,
Oh,
he's gonna
oh
do
my
it.
god! Please, I was
He's
like,
just pouring that. God, this is so weird.
Oh, he's gonna pour it in that gross sack?
oh,
He's just doing it like it's not weird. People do this as a profession with like equipment and stuff. Like every restaurant in the world has a grease trap, right?
Yeah. Ew. Oh my god.
And acting like it's
Hold
not
on.
weird.
It looks like straight bean grease. It is so disgusting.
That's so gross.
It looks
Probably
like a bunch of worms.
As bad as it looks, you know it has to smell.
That smells fucking abysmal. Especially that bucket. That's his temporary bucket for this exact scenario.
Sitting like under the sink.
Did he just almost puke?
No, he doesn't puke to this.
No, he
He's
gets off
filthy.
to it. Oh god, dude!
So that's, you'll find that and,
Don't touch it again.
One sec, what's he saying?
The oil we were pouring out was nice and clear. All of the food particles and real nasty stuff went to the bottom. This is why you don't suck off the bottom when you're gathering oil from the big bins.
Ew. It looked like fucking straight shit.
You know what I was half expecting? I'm not gonna lie. Him to when he done do that, instead of wiping it off, he just goes.
I thought he was gonna. Yeah, I did too.
No. See, that's the thing. Like this guy, this bin is for this purpose of him getting buckets of grease.
He's like a drifter.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's mold in that. There's mold in that.
Like he,
The spots are mold. Gordon Ramsay has taught me anything. That is fucking mold. There's no way it's made
Yeah,
for
this
this.
is all
Yeah.
homemade. He's got a motorcycle battery to power the thing with exposed alligator clips.
Yeah, and
Which,
like
by the way, this is extremely probably
on like
flammable.
a shitty
yeah.
on like a shitty trailer, like it's
Don't want to suck off the bottom.
Stop
So what we'll do is
saying suck off and showing that. Stop it.
Like, if a grease got on that battery, it would burst into flames.
Alright, so is he gonna take this stuff back to his libertarian compound?
We'd like to invite you down to our compound in Idaho for a week.
The militia people.
Kyle, he's an Article 7 free inhabitant.
And he's gonna live in a fucking shack, but he's gonna just act like it's normal.
Good
Oh my
fucking
God.
god. It looks like straight diarrhea going into his van.
I mean, that's probably the least gross thing I've seen in this video.
I don't believe for 1 second he's not sneaking a little bit to the side and putting it in his food. I don't think for 1 second he's not doing that.
Here's one of the more unglamorous things you might run into.
Glamorous? He is in the middle of a recently hit by a tornado field. Recently. He's
No, this is just a redneck town.
Same difference.
People just live like this, like in the country and shit. Like with just like shit everywhere.
Okay, so he's walked behind a restaurant and is just looking through the boxes.
I don't think this is the restaurant still.
Yeah, no, this is a new one.
Oh, it's a new restaurant.
Yeah, they just...
Take one of these jugs, or several of these jugs, just put it in the back of your small car.
Yeah, put it in the back of your car, these smelly jugs with old grease. Yeah, just put it in the back of your Pontiac.
Yeah.
Here's another one of our restaurants that we gather from. Funny story about this restaurant is they said yes. I went back and looked. It wasn't desirable, and I said thanks, but no thanks, and they had their feelings hurt because they were all for alternative fuel. So
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
But this is like the janitor who collects trash at his job that he's
Yeah.
getting paid to do.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he's not getting
exactly.
paid to take trash. Nobody cares that he takes the trash as long as it's off the property.
I'm guessing at least that it's rule enough to where they don't have any like actual companies that do like grease trap removal maybe, or he's because he's just like a dude with a trailer. He's like obviously like charging half as much as them or something.
Yeah, he's
like,
undercutting
it's coming.
for sure. What I see when I hear this guy talk about, like, yeah, I went to this restaurant, they didn't have desirable stuff. What I see is, like I said, a guy who works at a restaurant or a janitor or something comes in contact with a lot of, let's say, like recyclable bottles, packages them in bags, and then sells that shit later on. And then he goes, hey, recycle your stuff. You get 5 cents for every bottle. I collect thousands at my job, and look at what I'm doing. I'm making money hand over fist.
Essentially convince them that, if you put your own barrel out there, that you'll then be the rendering company for them, basically. You'll come along and collect the oil for them.
that's correct. You'll be their collection service. Instead of paying somebody else to do it, you'll do it.
Yeah, right there.
Well, they'll pay.
Great.
That is so gross.
Yeah.
Look at the quality as we pump it.
Right now, it's probably Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, actually, it might be Canada.
I think it is Canada.
I
said he drove from Alaska to Canada.
like Saskatchewan or something. Like, because mid-Canada is like this.
Plus, nobody in Canada would give 2 fucks that you're doing this shit. In America, they'd be like, what the fuck are you doing with that oil?
It definitely is, because he's talking about the grocery store. They have one grocery store, and like oh yeah, this there. You saw there was like a restaurant. What is it? A restaurant in the front yard of a trailer park? Like you saw that garbage everywhere, and then it just pans over, and there's the restaurant. It's like it's the nicest restaurant in town, I guess.
What I was saying though is it's like this
Second only to the McDonald's.
The moment this guy is not like around to
Fuck me.
do you have a permit to have this, off-ground oil disposal container?
He's like Jesse from Breaking Bad. He's like, this is my private domicile.
This is my own private domicile, and I will not be harassed.
Well, I can't find the website. What's the next one? Greasel?
Yep, greasel.com.
Play the video.
Okay, so we're on part 2 of like 7.
Just by cycling out,
This is how to identify bad waste, which is what he just said.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we are giving you an example of what you don't want to look for. This happens to be a place that fries chicken. We won't mention any names, but I think they originated somewhere in the southern states near Tennessee, Kentucky, or something like that. Anyway,
Just say KFC, you dumb fucking hillbilly.
in there,
man.
it's not liquid at all. It's creamy and white. Obviously, a pump
Ew.
would not pump that stuff.
That has to
It's
smell
probably
like
65
fucking
degrees
death.
right now, so
Look, his tank's almost filled.
soybeans, good stuff.
Like you fucking know.
He
You
does.
fucking
He knows.
grease
He knows.
peddler.
He knows his oil, dude.
Now, this is a great. Dip a little sample and see what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shut up, you creepy cameraman.
We're gonna go ahead and
Oh yeah.
pump these
The cameraman's his employee.
When this,
This is fucking
Alec, he does not have an employee.
I honestly like the idea that this guy was the porn dude, even though his name's not. Meat.
Wow.
just barely under the 250 gallon mark. We got this 55-gallon barrel full, so we just about got 300 gallons of oil today. I would estimate that gathering the oil, we've probably spent about an hour and a half or 2 hours. 300 gallons at today's market is over $600.
Right.
It's well, it's about $700.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna gather oil now.
So
What he's saying is that he spent like 2 hours actually doing the oil, but he drove to multiple towns, so he's just been doing this all day. And his clothes are all clean and stuff, so this is like the next day.
Yeah, it's day 2.
over here, quite a few filter bags that we're going to sacrifice and purposely ruin to show you what to do and what not to do. Big tank. one of the things we're going to do here is I'm going to pump some of this stuff without heating it up first.
Right into my gut.
See how long it takes before things here.
Can you imagine what it's like to be this motherfucker's neighbor?
His neighbors probably do it too. Look at his neighbors' houses. You can see them in the background. That's one of them.
I would love it if he lived next to a gas station. His neighbor actually runs the local Quick and Go, and they got in an argument, so he refused to give him oil, which is how this whole thing started.
Is that a real story, or did you just make that up?
I just made it up, but it sounds real. It definitely sounds plausible. I worked out at the Citgo, and I filled my truck up for free. Fill up this puke bag full of shit, and it gets full of shit. But when it... Ew. Oh, come on, dude.
Now the oil that's coming out of here is good. It's good to go in your vehicle. But what's going to happen is the bag is going to start filtering out some of the free fatty acids or the fatty deposits that aren't melted right now.
You just put that straight into your fucking car?
That's what he said.
That's what? You shouldn't do that.
Oh, you're kidding, Kyle. You're telling me this isn't on the up and up.
It's just like, what?
Get out of here, Kyle.
I didn't realize that's what the end game
You know,
was.
if you're not going to be a believer, then you can just fucking get out of
That's
here.
a horrible... Will that fuck up your vehicle?
Yes, of course it will. It'll make your car not run in 3 days. Dude, if I put the wrong gas in my car sputters to a stop.
You just put like vegetable... So what? Can you just like take go buy vegetable oil at Walmart and just like shove it into your car?
He's saying
See, that's
don't
what-
use
that's
extra
what I was-
virgin.
That's literally, I mean, like, joke aside, it's like, by your logic, you could go to the store, buy a gallon of vegetable oil for like fucking $2.
Oh, but you know, he's like, I got $600 worth of oil.
Use 300 gallons.
That's a
Oh,
gallon.
what is this? What is this fucking hillbilly
Look up
concoction?
1 gallon of vegetable oil.
Oh, that is a heat coil. He is heating the oil so that way...
This is so dangerous. Is this not dangerous?
I don't think you're supposed to use that for that.
If it exploded, that'd be the funniest fucking thing I'd seen all day.
He is creating just essentially a giant deep fryer.
It's not,
Yeah.
not too bad.
There's a bicycle just laying over there.
That's his bike.
Yeah, you know.
What, are you gonna make fun of his bike too?
No.
Look, nothing changed, folks.
No, now it flows better.
What if like the wheel of the bicycle was turning?
But the clarity of that...
I'm waiting to
It's
look
like
over.
mysterious, you're just like, oh fuck.
No, it just pans over. You just see a clown in the distance with a single
Yeah.
balloon.
Now
It's
you,
red and it just floats
you
up.
just see a clown in the distance with a bucket of grease.
Down here, we all grease.
Damn, Pennywise takes my grease.
Goddamn transforming clown taking my grease.
It transforms into your nightmares, and in my nightmares, when people won't buy my grease.
He's like, don't you hate it when people drive up to the back of your place where you're keeping all your grease in a large metal tank? And they just shove a fucking tube in there and just drive off with it? Fucking assholes. Oh, who gives a
He's
shit?
putting butter in it.
I have no idea now.
What's going to happen is this sugar's going to...
Sugar.
What's going to happen is it's going to caramelize and turn black. But it's not going to mix in with the oil. It will stay separate.
Is that how you tell whether or not your oil is good or not?
No, it's just he's trying to prove a point that you can filter hot oil.
Another thing we
Oh, yeah.
He's just got a bag of shit just draining in the background.
It's got lots of bags of shit just laying around.
God, he really's got this nightmare worked out, doesn't he? Jesus fucking Christ, that is so disgusting.
Okay.
It looks like diarrhea.
I really want to know who lives in the shed across the street.
I want to know too.
That's where the body is.
That guy.
So does it seem like that this guy, 100% definitely has a meth lab? No. Like if they would just like flip the camera around, it's just a meth lab.
How it works is his son has a meth lab.
He's the son, Alec.
See, here's the thing.
In the country, this is what you look like when you're 16 years old.
Now see, here, wait a second. He goes to a Hispanic guy who just goes, "So you got some pretty good shit for me?" And he just goes, "Yeah, it's got a special ingredient." "Oh yeah, what's that?" He goes,
Grace.
Was that going to be the punchline to the joke?
That was, but it wasn't going to be said so stupid. Like a fucking retard. Just, Grace!
Well, it's him in your
No,
story.
I'm saying that the whole point is that I'm making fun of Breaking Bad, which you haven't fucking seen. Alright, now let everybody pretend like I didn't say that. I'm going to say it again.
But it don't mix with the Grace.
Can you get a close-up of how that's staying separate?
Okay. But the point is it's not mixing together.
The point is that it's...
Fuck you! Of course that's the point!
No, what I want to see him do is take that sugar and put it in his coffee, which I think he's going to do.
Like he drinks fucking coffee.
He drinks coffee.
He drinks
Oil.
He drinks no fucking meth.
He drinks fucking Rooster Booster in Old Glory.
Old Milwaukee.
No,
They don't have 7-Elevens wherever the fuck he is.
drinks Old Glory because he supports the troops.
He's one of those people who's like, I don't believe in the government's war. I believe in
Yeah, no, that's us. Actually, I thought he would live in a libertarian compound, but turns out he just
He
lives
might be on a compound.
No, he's not. He's got neighbors living in sheds across the street.
It's his shed.
No, his shed's if you flip the camera around, his shed's yeah, I swear. He's clearly in his front fucking yard. There's a fucking child's bike right next to his weird fucking... He's got this, like, hot plate.
Now, son, you go inside after you set up that hot plate. Dad's gonna show him how grease works.
He also used to have a police detector, but then he said that's how Big Brother tracks you.
I figured he just tested it the way he tests everything else by putting his fingers in it.
And just...
It's like, you can see that's real hot grease. See how it just melts the flesh away from my bones? That's gotta be like 350 degrees. See, look, that's a nice house. Well, it's not a nice house. It's like a tiny house with like a fucking like... They got like an actual garage.
That man owns a dump truck, and that's his claim to fame.
Oh, okay, yeah, that guy owns the dump truck. He has this car, this grease van, this weird setup in his front yard, and then on the other side of the camera is something.
I think I got it.
On his land.
Lets him live in that shack, and then he goes, "Listen, you can keep your meth lab near my kid's bike."
No.
And then he's just like, and I'll give you
keep
40
your meth lab near my kid's bike.
The neighbor might have even turned him onto this, and he took it way too far.
It really looks like he's got a trailer on that dude's land.
Yes.
Like 100%.
He's like squatting on his
land. It's like no, we still kind of like what you said. It's just like a friend who would pay, pays him like a cheap rent, and it's like you can just park your trailer on my.
Yeah, he does it really gangster, and he goes like this: "Next time you want to empty grease traps, you do it out of town, and I want to taste." And he goes, "You want some grease?" He goes, "Nah, give me some of that money."
You want to taste the grease?
Yeah,
no, you fucking weirdo.
No, you fucking retarded. No, I don't want to fucking taste the grease. I'll fucking boil you in that pan.
Stop tasting the grease, by the way.
I want his head in this fucking tray by tomorrow.
That's why this guy's so weird. He's drinking all the grease.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Look what happened. This is oil to beware of. If you see this stuff in a dumpster, walk away.
Dude, you didn't walk away. You saw it and lingered over it. Fucking weirdo.
Probably, opens it up, gives it a nice, good smell. Like
he was the guy at Chernobyl that they go and look over the edge and tell us what you find.
No,
and so he looks over the edge and he turns around with a red face. He's like, guys, I think I found cancer.
Check out our sugar.
That's why there's no kid riding the bike anymore.
Oh, don't do that's with your bare hand.
That's what happens to sugar that gets heated up.
Caramelizes?
Turns into candy.
You're a fucking idiot.
What this is starting to sound like.
Sounds like my bowels after I eat some of this grease.
Yeah, I can definitely hear it.
This grease got a bad case of the bubble gut. When you get the bubble gut, then when you get some good grease.
Over a long period of time, that can be done in a barrel, letting it set in a warm atmosphere over a period of several weeks. And take some samples and test it. See what's happening. Is it stratifying? Is it settling
Don't
down?
ever encourage people to do that. Leave a bucket of grease in the sun for 3 weeks.
You can do that if you live in the middle of nowhere with your grease lab in the front and your meth lab in the back.
By the way, after this video, can I take you guys and show you my grease vat in the backyard?
Only if you also show us your meth lab.
That's in the basement.
It's like my mom and dad got the retirement grease.
That's all retirement grease.
Okay, someday, David.
This will all be yours.
This will be yours.
All this retirement grease be yours.
Your dad comes up, stands next to you, goes, everything the grease touches. Fucking.
He's like, yeah,
There's
we're gonna
some filter
sacrifice
bag that's not for grease. Either way.
Well, yeah, definitely.
This guy needs to go on like Forge and Fire and be like, all right, we're gonna cut your grease bag. Your grease bag suffered a catastrophic failure. Please leave the forge.
Like, you kind of want to shoot his grease bags with arrows.
I want to shoot it with a flaming arrow from a distance.
Oh, that'd be badass.
Then they explode.
He probably does that.
That'd actually be fun though.
No,
I'd actually support that.
It does. Well, I mean, isn't that 100% the kind of thing they do out in the country?
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Fuck you. They were shooting stuff. You know what they do is they'll go, check this out. Got me a bucket of tannerite. Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Basically, tannerite is regular general people can buy it C4.
Oh, yeah.
And so they go, check this out. And then they shoot it with a sniper rifle from a distance, and it levels the fucking playing field.
Damn.
Is that water?
Yes.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. He just said we need to separate the water out, and he just poured like 5 gallons of fucking water into it.
We're going to leave it there for 3 weeks.
Gotten some water in there if there's a question. You're better off to take the time, pump the tank out, clean it out, change the filters, and put new good oil in there.
You are not cleaning shit. You are not scrubbing anything. You are just like spraying it with water, going, well, the water don't even mix with it, and then you're just like fucking off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not doing any of that. The oils that he has in these little jugs, it looks like that scene in The Aviator where Leonardo DiCaprio locks himself in the theater room. Like, it looks like that, where he's like pissing into jars, and it's like all the different colors of piss. That's what it looks like. It looks like he's just admiring different colors of piss.
Yeah.
Ew, fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what we expected at this point.
I mean,
come on.
I am starting to learn a little bit about oil.
Kyle's being grease pilled.
That's what happened to him. Oh, God. Listen, you take the red pill, you wake back up in Neverland, and you believe whatever you want to believe. But you take the grease pill.
You end up in a field with a bunch of dead, empty sheds around you.
And a bike with no child.
Shaking up. That's when the person takes both pills and then just dies. Did you know that grease can't melt steel beams?
It's probably 65 degrees, and it's still, as we can tell, very creamy and not melted at all.
Ew, fuck you. Seriously? This is like literally like watching white diarrhea come out of a jug.
We'll see how this stuff melts. It melts rather.
But notice how the sugar does not melt, okay?
That's great oil. It's clear.
How many times, okay, this is a sincere question. How many times do you think he's had one of those things next to something that he was drinking and accidentally drank it? The bike!
That kid is just like, fuck this.
That kid has no idea how fucked this is.
He looks like he does. Like, look at the kid's face.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
He looks like he hates it.
He's like, this smells.
He's like, man, I have to go to Dad's house on the weekends.
Oh my God, you're so right. You're so right. Oh my God, there's more kids!
No, that's the same kid.
No, it's not. That's a different one.
I'm pretty sure it's the same kid.
No, it's not.
He just climbed down from the thing.
And changed his clothes.
No, he's wearing the same clothes.
I want proof.
Let's see.
Picture it didn't happen.
We'll see. The camera's gonna pan over that way.
Yeah,
Kyle.
it's gonna pan back over. It's gonna be the same kid. So you guys are gonna be like, oh, it's like Enemy, where it's like the same kid.
No, it's gonna.
It ends with a giant spider.
Yeah, it's like every time the kid walks out, one kid is just playing two characters.
Here's my son Grease. Here's my son Grease.
Here's my son Grease, and here's my son Trap.
This is unheated
That
oil,
looks
but
so
we haven't,
gross.
Put any heat on. Shut this off and turn to another experiment. Already.
Shitter's full.
Okay, for this demonstration, this experiment.
See?
Oh, it is two kids.
Oh my God.
Let's listen.
This.
And have this heater on this barrel now.
And your kids are near it.
That kid is not having it. You saw when the camera came up, he's like, oh! Oh my god.
It's definitely something.
Filter it in giant condoms. And do it for 40 years and then I'll die.
If I die young, bury me in a grease vat, send me down in a sea of grease. Grease me in the river at dawn.
I don't need much of life. I got a trailer, I got a pair of jeans and 2 green shirts. I got 2 kids.
2 little grease balls of my own.
That are less than 9 months apart.
Oh.
We bond as a family.
Oh,
That's
God.
the stuff in his, that he filtered
Ew.
Doubt why this bag stopped flowing.
They opened like bladders.
It's always in his finger.
Like, did you ever dissect anything?
Yes.
In high school?
Yeah. This is like when they have shit in it still.
Reminds me, yeah.
Yeah, it makes soap.
Soap,
Tyler
yeah, Tyler Durden.
You can render it down, make a good soap. My wife just puts lavender in the bins.
You know, life insurance is tripled if you die in a grease vat.
Now, animal fat. Animal fat's the main ingredient, so nitroglycerin.
Listen. Did you know with a little bit of grease?
I know all this shit because Tyler knows all this shit.
Yeah, I am Jack's grease vat.
I am Jack's trailer grease vat.
I am Jack's dripping sack of grease. I am Jack's disappointed children.
Yeah, you know those kids. Their mom just like lives in a regular suburban town, and on the weekends that they have joint custody. So on the weekends they gotta go to their dad's trailer and pump grease into bags. Dad, can we go watch Sesame Street? No.
Not until you're done with your grease
it's
vat.
like you don't need to learn to count. You can count the grease.
Listen, because what he would do is he would justify it as like, this is a real life skill they need to learn. They need to learn to be self-sufficient for when the American government collapses.
At no point in gathering grease is it ever required that you know how to read.
No one's ever really gone. That's the way he said that.
First rule, never suck off the bottom.
Second rule, never talk about Grease Club. The last rule of Grease Club is, if it's your first time in Grease Club, you have to grease. I think there's a 50-50 shot that those kids are on a milk carton somewhere, and there's a real mom looking for them, because I have a feeling that this guy's just like, yeah, I had a couple of kids, and they go, oh, that's great, what's it like being a dad? And he goes, yeah, I have a couple kids. Like, he's Nobody paid no attention to me till I put on the grease mask.
Thousands, hundreds, and millions.
Did we get to the fucking end of the movie?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. I've never been happier in my entire life.
You need to reach higher than Alec.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, let's at least give it that this was better than the Crochet movie.
Yeah, and you only saw like
that
10
movie.
minutes
That
of
movie was just like, I was like, holy shit, like, but this was pretty fucking boring. Like, you know what? The only thing that turns me off of Liquid Gold, I mean, it's just like a preference thing, but like, I guess I just feel like I don't like that guy. Like,
no, he's not very.
He's not upfront about getting paid to take everyone's oil.
He's doing it in a way where it's like, he is obviously in a place in which there is very little oversight.
Also, I want to see him pour fucking oil into his car and then it run. That part might as well be magic.
This equals profit.
It's like you just pour vegetable oil
in your diesel truck or vehicle.
You're not using it for gasoline. You're just using it for oil changes.
I don't think you can use it for gas.
I think it's gas.
You're using it for motor
straight
oil.
Up motor oil. I think
Really?
I think it's straight up diesel fuel.
Oh, that's right.
I
No,
think
that's
it's
what he was
straight-
saying, like diesel fuel.
But
yeah.
here's the thing too.
Not like motor
Is
oil.
that nowadays in most states, this is where I
That's
get
also
to,
why you need it kind of watery. But sorry, Alec.
But this is why I get like nowadays in most states, and this is where it's again to the whole. There's no oversight in this wherever he is, but in most states, diesel like truck owners and stuff are required to pour this additive that cuts down on emissions.
Oh yeah.
Tech Blue or something.
Yeah.
I patently refuse to believe that pouring vegetable oil in your fucking diesel truck is in any way comparable to diesel fuel you get out of the pump.
And he's clearly trying hard to avoid the question of, is this legal, what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Because if it was legal, I feel like he would be way more upfront about it. He wouldn't be at the back of stores like stealing people's oils and going, "Hey, they put them in these tubs." I'm like, not for you to come around.
You're right. It seems like you can just do that. You can probably do that if you live out in the country, but like if you just go do that on your front porch, like you said, I'm sorry,
Set up my sacks of crap.
That was a pretty funny image.
No, see, that's the thing. Like, that guy takes those bags of goop after he's done filtering, and he just chucks those.
He chucks them on the side of the road.
Yeah, or in the woods.
Back
or
in the dumpster.
Nah, he didn't even put them in his dumpster. I bet you, because if
I burn them.
He probably does.
Oh, yeah.
Most country people burn. You're not supposed to burn your trash, but
yeah, you're not even supposed to burn it in a barrel.
All right, David, you want to sign off?
Yeah, thanks for watching Bad Movie Night. This was pretty fucking bad.